Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have done the calculations or followed the calculations in the box below and determined you're a power year number 1, then you are at the right place. This is a reading for power year number 1s during the month of February 2020. So let's review what those numbers mean. If you are a power year number 1, then you are in the month of 3. And that 1 means new beginnings. So it's a very exciting, it's a very nice time for you. It's an exciting time. You might be thinking of doing new things, or you might be literally starting new things. It means new beginnings and planting all the seeds to grow through the next 9 years of your cycle. The other thing about 1 is it can be a time where you stand apart from others and you have to stand on your own 2 feet and maybe be unpopular in doing so. But it's a time to be an individual, to be a leader, to be a creator of new things. Now, this month of 3 in February, 3 tends to be meant to be a lighter number, a number that is very good for anybody who's in an artistic field to pursue any kind of artistic endeavor, whether you are auditioning for something or you are pitching a publication to someone that you'd like to have done, or anything like that in the arts. Now, the thing about the 3 is it can bring a little drama into your world, whether you create it or somebody else creates it. So I don't necessarily find 3 light and easy breezy like it's supposed to be. I find that things can happen and they can get bigger than you anticipated during that time. So let's be aware of that too. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at business, then love, then any question that you have. And we're going to keep those numbers in mind, and they influence the cards that we're going to use. So in our reading today, I'm going to be using my clairvoyance because that's how I read the cards, but I'm going to be using the tarot cards, and I'm going to be using numerology to get the best answers for a general reading today. So let's start by looking at the best cards for what can we expect for you ones who have a job, who are working, and then we're going to move to what's the best that we can expect for those of you looking. But right now, let's focus. If you've got that job and you're wondering what's going to go on, and I have interesting cards here because I feel like you have a very strong card in your most positive position, which is the Magician. That's a major arcana card, and that means that you will feel or see immediate results as far as any ideas you've had, wanting to head a project, creating something. Perhaps you're creating a new business, or perhaps you're even trying to get hired by somebody else, and it all looks very positive for you. It's like you aren't the problem, but the cards before you and the cards after you are. So let's say you have a job and you've made a commitment either in writing or verbally, and you can't get out of it. So the opportunity of a lifetime is coming along, so that you feel, but you can't get out of your commitment for where you are for, say, another year. Anything along those lines, it looks to me like hang in there. Now, this by no means looks calm, cool, and collected like that month of 3 is supposed to be for you. What may be a positive thing is that coming into being, you have a 9 of Swords cards, and this means that in this reading, for you to make any kind of changes at the workplace or any kind of demands is going to be seen as ungrateful, as being too assertive, too aggressive, is possibly going to be judged by others. However, because it is that number 9, maybe, just maybe, by March and during March, you can actually make some headway in whatever this idea that you have, or opportunity that you have, is. You might be able to make some headway in that month of 4 in March, because that is the month of practical work and getting things done. So hang in there with your idea, but you're coming from a place of it's been a hassle. Then all of a sudden, it seems like it's all going to work out, and then there's more of a hassle. And hopefully, like I say, things will fall more into place for you. You have a really good month for that in the month of March. And we'll look at it again next month, ones. That's all we can do. It looks like there's plenty of drama around you for this month of February. I'm sorry. So now let's take a look for those of you ones who are looking for work, who are looking for a job. Both of these readings are going to apply to those of you looking for a job change. You're going to find morsels in both of these in regards to job change. So, but I'm going to specifically gear this in my verbiage for people who are looking. Okay. So whether you want to or not, I feel like you're getting the go-ahead to slow down, take a break, take this opportunity, take this time to advance your skills and your knowledge, so that when you re-enter the workforce, or you put that application in, or maybe you've already put the application in, and by the time you have the interview, you are going to be more well-versed in the subject matter at hand. Now, the good thing about this reading, ones, for you in this month of February, looking for a job, is that you have the universe behind you. You have the most fabulous card in the deck. Well, that's your Sun card, your major arcana, and that is all wishes and dreams coming true, and the universe being on your side and pushing you towards what you want. And even though you find yourself in a position where, how long is this going to drag on? How much do I have to either do to improve myself, or how long do I have to wait for this to come through? When suddenly, coming into being, boom, out of the blue comes the Knight of Wands with good news and changes coming your way. So your patience is going to wear off, and you're always learning something while you're waiting. That's what the card is saying. Whether you're pursuing a degree of some kind, or another certification, or just plain reading up on the subject at hand, the waiting is for a purpose. Now, when I see these cards, to me, ones, this is really telling me that this is meant to happen in this February time frame for you. And it might be dramatic in the sense that, you know how you're sitting around and you're waiting for 7 months, 8 months, for something to work out for you. And then when it does, you've made plans to go to Hawaii for 2 weeks with your friends, and they want you yesterday. Something like that can happen to you during this month of 3 in February, where suddenly this great news and these changes come, but you have to get to training in Texas by next week or tomorrow. Might come with a little bit of drama that way, but as long as it comes, that's okay. That's okay, ones. And you look good. You look good. Let's take a look now at romance. So for those of you who are in a relationship, okay, ones, you're in a relationship, so you're in a month of 3, and it's meant to be a happier time. It's meant to be a happier month for you. Maybe there aren't problems between you and your loved one. Maybe it's with people around you that brings drama to you, or work. But let's take a look at what this month of February brings for you, those of you who are in a relationship. Okay, let's see. So what I have here, ones, now, I guess some of you need to hear this. We have the reconciliation card, or the second chance at love card. And it's like, you're really feeling like, okay, maybe this is finally going to work, because you're coming from a place of a little bit of disappointment or despair, or throwing your hands up saying, I thought everything was fine and then it went kerplunky. Well, now you're finding yourself in this month of, or up to this month of January, where, I think everything's going to be okay. Or maybe it's not a reconciliation with who you wanted. Maybe it's meeting someone new and you're thinking, oh my gosh, how lucky am I to, have met someone so nice so quickly, or right off the bat. But then I have our moon card, and that's what's coming into being. So during this month of February, you might be finding ones that you're up, you're down, you're all around, and you're really not quite sure what this person you are involved with, or want to be involved with, where they're really coming from, or what they're really thinking. And it seems not to be running smoothly for you, ones, in this month of February so far. If you've got that job, and if you're in that relationship, it just looks like a bit of a bumpy road. Now, again, as I mentioned before, in March, you're going to be in that month of 4, and that's when things get more concrete. It's when you let someone know, or you find out what they're really about and how it's really going to go, and the dust settles a bit. You may love the answer that you get, and you may hate the answer that you get from the universe as far as love goes. But the dust will tend to settle more in March. So for right now, I find you, one day maybe you're feeling good and the next day you're down again. There seems to be this choppy road for you with relationship. Let's take a look at, again, cards that for ones who are looking, you're looking for a relationship. Okay. There doesn't seem to be a lot of movement for you, ones, in this month of January. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. It's the month of February. That's because I'm focusing on the cards. There seems to be frustration with movement if you're looking for that job, or waiting for that job, or you're looking for that relationship, or waiting for that relationship or that person to get back to you. It looks to me like it's just meant to be a month of waiting for you. I feel like whoever you've been waiting for, or whatever you've been waiting for in regards to relationship, is just they're occupied elsewhere. There are conflicts that have stopped things from moving forward. You might be stalling with other people or other choices that you have because you're waiting for this person to give you an answer or get back to you or appear. It's just generally not going to happen in this month of February. I've said it already 3 times or 2 times. But March is a more concrete month, and I hope it happens for you then. But we'll have to wait and see and pull those cards and see if indeed it does. Because it looks to me, I will say this for you, ones. I feel like it is your destiny to be waiting. I don't feel like it's just happenstance that you are waiting for things to fall into place. I feel like sometimes the things that are meant to be in your path aren't ready yet. And so there's this stalling that you're feeling while the universe is getting things prepared for you to be just right for your journey. Alrighty, now, ones, if you would kindly just think about any question that you have. You can re-ask about business or love. You can ask the same question again. And I'm going to ask, what's the best outcome we can expect for any question that you have? And I will tell you, like I tell my clients, the more specific you are, ones, the more specific I am, or the answer can be. And that's why if you think of it ahead of time, you really, really think of it and you say, okay, this is the question that I'm asking. Then when I give my answer, you can tweak the words, just don't tweak the outcome, to make it fit your situation. So, we just had a card fall out. We're going to push that aside. So let's pull out what's the best that we can expect for ones. In this month of February for any question that they have. Now, what's very interesting here is what I have front and center is the new relationship card. So, I think we mentioned, yes, we did. I did. I said something in reference to you might be stuck making a choice. You might be making a choice between jobs. You might be making a choice between people. Like the timing seems like it's so off. It's like, where have you been? And now suddenly, or where has the opportunity been? And now suddenly it shows up. And the things around me in my life, for whatever reason, I am not ready to receive the situation. I feel like this can be a sudden change, a sudden chance opportunity that you have, and a huge decision lies ahead of you. And the card that fell out is saying, look, be grateful that you're halfway there. You're halfway to getting where you want to be. At least the opportunity has reared its head, and now you can start thinking about, well, how can I make this work? And you may not be able to make it work out until March. You may have to do what this Hermit card from the Major Arcana that keeps showing up for you. You may have to do what it suggests. Wait. Don't be hasty. Don't be rash. Wait. Have patience. Feel it out. Check it out. Give it time. Or don't be so impatient if it's not up to you to give it time. But understand that the universe is on your side. It wants these changes for you. It's just trying to get things aligned. Very interesting reading once. All of your cards were kind of leaning in the same direction. It's like scattered pieces of a puzzle that you're trying to put together. And it's just taking time, and that's frustrating to you. And it's right across all your cards. Thank you so much, ones, for joining Jemma's Window today. If you'd like more information about me, hop onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com. There's information about me and private readings and so on and so forth. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye for now.